ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of the Mike and Mike Show. And today, of course, is Supernatural Saturday. Now, today I'm sorry that it has taken me an extra day to get stuff done. It's just trying to get readjusted back to work, trying to balance YouTube, and now having issues with getting the videos uploaded to YouTube has been proven to be a challenge, but we are moving forward. We are going on. We are not stopping by any means. So be ready for more content as it comes. Morning coffee, first cup. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
So in this episode of the show, we're going to talk about episode 18 of season 2, which is called Hollywood Babylon. Now, in this episode, Sam and Dean end up investigating a series of occurrences at a movie studio with the production of a movie called, I think it's called Hellhazzers 2, which is a horror film. Some of the cast and crew members have seen ghosts. Some of them have actually died from unexplained incidents on the set. So they go in to investigate, and Dean finds himself being a personal assistant, or a PA as they call it, and he goes full in to this job, from getting lattes to eating the free food. I mean, he is just full bore talking on the walkie-talkie to the other people. I mean, he is full bore into this situation. And come to find out that there are a group of spirits that are causing all the havoc, and somebody is controlling them. So then they have to figure out who is doing what, who's controlling the spirits, how to stop the spirits, and that kind of thing. So, with that being said, here are some scenes from Hollywood Babylon.
We were just wondering if it could be, a little brighter.
Brighter?
Yeah, Jay. More color. And who says horror has to be dark? It's sort of depressing, don't you think?
Maybe the spirits are trying to shut down the movie because they think it sucks.
Contra omnipotentem obsequo.
Listen to that invocation. Dean, that's the real deal. A necromantic summoning ritual. What the hell is that doing in a Hollywood movie?
Yeah. All right, well, look, get back to me on this, all right? Seriously. No, I'm serious.
Sorry, man. We couldn't help ourselves. We just had to tell you that we read the script.
You're rocking, right? I'm glad you guys liked it.
Yeah. I really liked all the attention to detail. Tell, I mean, the way you worked in all those Enochian summoning rituals and all the authentic language and.
What, you mean that Latin crap? No, man, that's Walter. Walter Dixon, the original writer.
Sam! Come on. Come on, move! Little girls, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
What are you doing?
I mean, if film cameras pick these suckers up, then maybe, Dean! Right there! Got him. Hey! Right there! Here, you get the idea?
Yeah.
All right, you hold the ball. I'm going after Walter.
I cannot believe there's an afterlife.
Well, there's an afterlife, all right. But mostly it's a pain in the ass.
It's over, Walter. Now give it to me.
There.
I wouldn't have done that if I were you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
And why not?
because you just freed them. Forced them to murder. They're not going to be very happy with you.
one hell of a PA.
Thank you. God, I love this town.
Like I said, this was a this was a very funny episode. From Dean, the way Dean acts, it gives you a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that is, as far as production goes on making films. Dean again is hilarious in this episode. He acts like a kid in a candy store once he gets involved in being a PA. From eating the free food to meeting his favorite actress to ending up having sex with his favorite actress at one point in the episode, and he plays the PA role very, very well in this episode. But the scenes with the ghosts are really cool. The kills are really cool in the episode. And the way they incorporate, the way Dean and Sam hold the spirits at bay using buckshots of salt, and then they incorporate that into the movie, which is pretty freaking funny. This episode, it stars Gary Cole. Now, Gary Cole is a guy that I know from way back in the day when there was a TV show called Midnight Caller. And he was the main character of that show. So he played in that. It was a great show. It was a great show if you've never seen it. He played in Midnight Caller. He was also in Dodgeball, a true underdog story, which I think I've seen that, but it's been a while. And of course, Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, everybody's favorite race car movie. He played Ricky Bobby's father in that movie. And that's a good movie, too. If you've never seen that, it's hilarious. And this episode also stars Ben Emmanuel, who plays the character of Walter. And he played in... he was in a movie called White Tiger. I don't know if any of y'all ever seen that. It's an old martial arts film with Gary Daniels, who went on to play in Expendables. But anyways, he played in that movie. And he also played in the movie Wrongfully Accused with Leslie Nielsen, which is an awesomely funny film. And a little side note, he changed his name to Ben Emmanuel. So these movies that I've got down here, he actually played in those movies, but he was under the name of Ben Ratner. And then he changed his name to Ben Emmanuel somewhere down the line. Don't know why, he just did it. Okay? But anyways, this was a great episode. It wasn't really had anything to do with the main story of the season, so it was just like a Monster of the Week type deal. But it was hilarious. It was so funny, and it was a good episode to watch. There's nothing wrong with that episode whatsoever at all. So, all right, now the next episode. Now this episode had a lot to do with the show itself, the running storyline of the show. And again, it's not... There are episodes in here that are very, very funny, very, very hilarious episodes, but then they slap you with a serious one. Like last week, there was Heart. And, that was a very rough episode for fans of Sam to watch him have to go through what he went through with Megan, I think was her name. I don't want to get me wrong. Don't quote me on that. Madison, not Megan. Madison. What Sam had to go through with Madison in that episode. But in this episode, Dean is attacked by a djinn that him and Sam are hunting, and he becomes infected with the djinn's poison, which puts him in an alternate reality in his mind where hunting doesn't exist. Their mother's still alive. Sam is with Jess. He's moved to California and become a law student and all this stuff. And just life without the supernatural in it. It shows how Dean wants to be normal so badly. Whereas in later episodes, it kind of his wanting to be normal just kind of like falls to the wayside. You don't see it as much. But in these earlier episodes, you do. From being from first time mowing the lawn to eating sandwiches at the kitchen table with his mom. Just the little things is what he misses, and the fact that now he, for the most part, thinks it's real because of the gin's poison. And every once in a blue moon, he will see images of this girl that he has no idea who she is. I think at one point he assumes she's a spirit that is kind of haunting him or whatever. But she holds the key to everything that's going on because she turns out to be one of the other victims of the jinn that they were trying to save to start with when he got captured. So yeah, this is a really good episode. So with that being said, here we go. Here's some scenes from episode 20. What is and what should never be.
I am thrilled you are hanging out here all of a sudden, but shouldn't you be at work?
Work?
At the garage?
Right. The garage. That's where I work. Yeah, no, I've got the day off. Good thing.
You want to mow the lawn?
Give me, I'd love to mow the lawn.
Knock yourself out. Think you'd never mowed a lawn in your life.
Jessica.
Good to see you too, Dean. Can't breathe.
Sammy.
Hey.
Look at you. You with Jessica? I don't believe it.
Yeah,
Where'd you guys come from?
we just flew in from California.
California. Stanford. Huh? Law school, I bet.
See, you started off Mom's birthday with a bang, as usual. All right. To Mom, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Thank you.
Mom.
I was really worried about you last night.
Oh, I'm good. I'm really good.
Okay.
Surprise for Mom's birthday. You want to tell him?
They're your family.
All right.
What? Tell me what? Oh my God! That's so wonderful.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I just wish your dad was here.
Yeah, me too.
Everyone that you saved, everyone Sammy and I saved. They're all dead. And there's this woman that's haunting me. I don't know why. I don't know what the connection is, not yet anyway. It's like my old life is coming after me or something, you know, like it doesn't want me to be happy. But why? Why is it my job to save these people? Why do I have to be some kind of hero? What about us, huh? When Mom's not supposed to live her life, Sammy's not supposed to get married. Why do we have to sacrifice everything, Dad?
I thought it was supposed to be this perfect fantasy.
It wasn't. It was just a wish. I wish for Mom to live. Mom never died, we never went hunting, and you and me just never, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we do. And I'm glad you dug yourself out, Dean. Most people wouldn't have the strength. They would have just stayed.
Yeah, lucky me. But I wanted to stay. I wanted to stay so bad. All I can think about is how much this job's cost us. We've lost so much. We've sacrificed so much.
But people are alive because of you. It's worth it, Dean. It is. It's not fair, and, you know, it hurts like hell, but it's worth it.
Okay, scenes from What Is and What Should Never Be. This was like I said, this was a very gut-wrenching episode. You get to see what life would be like I said, if hunting didn't exist, and it's from Dean's point of view. You know, from Sam being, you know, back to school, to having a life with Jess, to getting married to Jess. Their mom being alive, of course. Now John was still dead in this reality, but he died of a heart attack, natural causes. At one scene, you know, as you saw, it shows Dean going to their dad's grave and talking about what's going on, trying to figure out what it is. Why should they have to sacrifice everything? And the fact that realizing that all the people they saved before died in this reality because they weren't hunters. They weren't there to protect these people. And that goes back to what I said before about everything that's going on having such an emotional toll, putting such an emotional weight on Dean's shoulders. Well, not only Dean's, Sam's as well. But the last few episodes, we've seen it more on Dean's shoulders than Sam's. Now, the heart episode with Madison, that was definitely a huge amount of weight for Sam to carry. But it's discussed in that one episode pretty much for right now. But there's been a couple episodes where we have seen the emotional toll that it takes on Dean more than Sam. Because Dean's older. Dean's been in it a lot longer than Sam has. Sam got out of it there for a while. And when it was all going on, really, he was still a child. He was still little. Where Dean was older and has been in the business a little bit longer than Sam has. But it also shows how much Dean is wanting to be the big brother that Sam, you know, needs, because he wants what's better for Sam. He wants Sam to still be with Jess, to go to law school, be a lawyer, you know, to get married and have a life and have a home and all this stuff, more so than himself. So, you know, this was a really good episode because it plays into the turmoil that is the hunter's life. From the highs, the lows, you know, the weight you carry, you know, the emotional toll that it takes, not only physically but mentally. So yeah, this was a great episode, great couple of episodes. Yeah, the Jinn is pretty cool. You know, we always thought the Jinn were like, you know, the Robin Williams genie that always, you know, that granted you wishes and all this stuff. And then we come to find out Supernatural does a little spin on it and makes the Jinn the bad guy, which in actuality, that's what they were. But anyway, we portrayed them so much as being the good guy and being funny and giving us what we want with no repercussions, to realizing, hey, these guys were brutal. They were mean. They gave us what we wanted, and then they took it back in an unexpected way, in an unexpected manner. So yeah, I like this show has a ability to do that so very often. Things that you wouldn't think would be, evil or whatever, and they spin it and let you know how it really, really was. Because to me, if I'm not mistaken, the way it looks to me, and it seems like a lot of this stuff that they have in a lot of the creatures and the supernatural stuff that they have in this show is based on actual lore. They did not just throw this all together and say, here it is, they'll take it because we're putting it out there. No, it's based on actual lore. Things that have been changed over the years to kind of make it easier for us to, tell our children and not scare them so bad, and, give them a feeling of safety, make them feel safe when they're scared of these creatures. But in actuality, they were evil creatures. So, yeah, I love this show. This show's awesome. Now, this episode, it had Samantha Smith, who returned as Mary Winchester. She's a great actress. She really is. She played in Transformers. I think that was the first movie, I believe. And she also played in an episode of Friends as the widow woman. Now, I never did watch Friends. Sorry, I know I'm going to get hate. But for those of you that have watched Friends, then you know who she is. And she also played in the horror film Stephanie. Now, if you haven't seen Stephanie, definitely give that one a watch. That movie is so cool. It is kind of like one of those under the radar, low budget films that will really entertain you. I took a chance. Me and Mike took a chance on watching it one night because we couldn't find anything else, and we just happened to bounce on this movie. And this movie was really, really cool. It was so good. So if you haven't seen Stephanie, definitely give Stephanie a watch. And this episode also starred Adrian Palicki as Jess. Now, Jess's character is so cool in the show. She also played in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She did a couple episodes of that, I believe, one or two. She also played in John Wick, and she played in G.I. Joe Retaliation. Now, as far as G.I. Joe goes, okay, I like the first movie. The first movie was awesome. The second movie, they brought in The Rock, and it kind of just, to me, it was just, but, I mean, it was good, but it just wasn't as good as the first one, and I think it was because Channing Tatum wasn't in the whole movie. They brought in The Rock. They tried to do something different. Now, the stuff with Snake Eyes in G.I. Joe Retaliation was awesome as crap. That shit was cool. Pardon my French. But anyways, this was a great episode. Another 2 great episodes. And I'm so glad that I get to sit down and talk to you guys about this stuff. Because this show is totally awesome. I'm telling you. It is awesome. It is awesome. Now, next weekend, we're going to jump into the season finale of season 2. So when we get into the season finale of season 2, I wanted to do a watch along, but that's not going to happen because I can't get, the technical stuff worked out. But I do hopefully expect to have it out on time. So please come back, join us for that. It's going to be great. I really enjoyed the season finales of this show. They pulled no punches and went full bore, and it was great. So, with that being said, please come back and join us next weekend for Supernatural Saturday. Don't forget, I will try to put another video out probably on Monday, so be on the lookout for it. And until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, and continue to do so. And we'll see you guys later. Bye.